Monsters Unchained, the Frankenstein experiment, the most underrated ride in Epic Universe. Even I was guilty of going into this ride with low expectations myself, but the more I heard about it, the more I looked into it, the more I saw about the animatronics and stuff, the more hyped I was for this ride. And getting to ride it for the first time, so over-delivered on that hype. It was so much fun. The story with this ride is really cool, really phenomenal, and this ride just absolutely blew me away. I've ridden it several times over and over again, and I think it's an absolute blast. To really get the most out of this ride, make sure you keep your head all the way back in that seat so you can hear the full story, because the storyline that goes with this ride is very cool. This ride uses a similar system to Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, so it made me very skeptical. I was thinking for sure I would get motion sick or that my wife would. It didn't bother either one of us. They've definitely finessed and figured out how to perfect that system, and it's much, much smoother. It's very slow. It's very smooth at getting you into these positions. There's a couple times where it lays you all the way on your back, but it's not crazy at all, and it's a very cool animatronic-driven ride. I don't think if you have motion sickness, I've heard there's still been a few people it's bothered, but it's on the lower end, especially compared to the other rides like this. The big thing here is they're not really using any screens. It's all done for the most part with animatronics, so it helps kind of keep that motion sickness at bay. If you do start to feel motion sick, close your eyes, or if you know you're somebody that's very sensitive to it, maybe take a Dramamine beforehand. But like I said, sometimes I get it. My wife's very sensitive to it, and it didn't bother either one of us. I could have easily gotten on this and gone right back on it again. I definitely wouldn't take smaller children or younger children on this ride. I think, like, I have a buddy that took his daughter. She's 7, and she loved it, so maybe 7 and up, but anything below that, I think it will scare them a little bit. The great thing about this ride is it doesn't seem to have a super long line either, so that's always a huge plus. It'll most of the day be about 20 minutes or less, and part of that's just honestly walking through the queue. I've taken the single rider's line as well and pretty much walk right on. You basically miss the pre-show and get right onto the ride. Another great thing is this ride is indoors, so it's nice and air-conditioned, nice and cool. But this, like I said, I had low expectations. I would say this is a solid second favorite ride for me at Epic Universe. Very strong contender for number 1 as well. Cool story, super unique ride, and just really, really fun. Definitely check out Monsters Unchained if you're going to Epic Universe.